Alright guys, back in the garage after COVID, getting better. I thought I was better last video. I was not. So I'm good now, and I've been working on the 37 like usual, trying to get this thing out of here. Made some progress, but I didn't really record too much. Saw a couple time lapses before this. I'll just kind of go in detail what I did. So these roof corners are now welded in. Light Planish, didn't go crazy on these. And then I cut around the wheel wells a little bit. It's not perfect because I'm gonna make an angle that's gonna spot weld to the floor and spot weld to the wheel well. So the cut doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it fits in there, that angle will hide that cut and strengthen up the whole floor and body. That's what I'm doing there. I have another piece of the bitchin' tunnels. So I have another one upstairs. I'm gonna grab it, hack it up, and make it fit right there. Yeah, this floor is all nice and fine and dandy, but it's kind of close to the drive. I can touch the drive shaft, so I need to extend this tunnel back. It would be no issue if we were just putting the floor at this height and going straight back to like here, but I kind of talked him into having the floor kind of like a passenger car. It just follows the sub rails instead of just being flat. I feel like this is a bunch of unused space. He can, he's a good woodworker, so he can make a floor out of wood with cubbies here and here, so we can put stuff in there and not have it rolling around in the back. Not sure what he's gonna do, but this gives him more options. So I need to extend this, and it's not far. It's probably gonna be from like here to here. Make it fit here, then I'll trace out the floor, cut the floor out, weld this trans tunnel piece to the floor, so that'll become part of the floor, and then I can mark out for my beads and get beading. So you saw me cutting and welding this piece here. It's just a tunnel with a slope on it, flanged. So this is gonna go as the extension to the tunnel. Just about there. The least amount of floor is messed with, so that's good right there, and that can actually kind of section off the left and right for cubbies if he wants to build something on top of there, because that is the back, well actually the back floor riser. I left it there. I made a new one, but I made sure there was one there to kind of still separate stuff from the front seats to the back area, and if he wants he can build on top of that. It is taking shape. It is looking like a trunk area. So next I'm going to cut that hole out. I already measured in about 1 inch on each side to account for the flange, so I still have material to spot weld the flange onto the floor, and then I'm going to make these angles here to kind of support that. I'm not sure if I want to bead the floor. There is no real need for it because there's so much bracing. It's pretty strong as it is. I'll ask Ken, see what he wants to do, but they're gonna have to go this way so they're not in the way of the braces. It's probably gonna look a lot better. Probably should. All right, so I didn't record that much this week because I only really worked in here 2 days and I was recovering from the old C. So I got some stuff done, didn't really record it. You kind of saw a couple clips in there. Sorry I wasn't detailed this week, you know, but I'm feeling good, feeling like 95%, doing good. Still got a little cough, but I'm not COVID positive, so doing all right. So let's show you what I got done. Corners are done. Don't remember if I told you. If not, I'm telling you again. Rear floor just put on, tech screwed in. I need to mark out where I need to do the beads, but I got that done. And I also have the drive shaft tunnel extension all made up for the floor. I made these two patches here, cut them out, tacked them in, shaped them up. They fit good. I just need to fully weld those now, and then the other side I haven't done anything on. But I got some news that you guys would enjoy. I got some tools in a trade for work. Haven't done the work yet, but he's a friend of mine, so he brought the trade portion over before I worked on his car, because it's tools and I can use them. So he graciously enough brought them over to me, and we unloaded those, I don't know, about an hour ago. Didn't record it. You know, I don't like recording people, because most of the times I know they probably don't like a camera in their face. So I'll show you what was in the trade. First off, an anvil on a stump on a rolly cart, which, you know, can definitely be handy. It's kind of rough. He was telling me you can, on the forums they tell you what, like rod, I think you can stick weld in here and then flatten it back off and give the corners back, because they're pretty chewed up and it looks like someone already tried welding on it, which I'm not an anvil guy, so it really doesn't matter to me. This is something big and heavy to hit on when I need that, instead of just my tiny little railroad track that I'd use. What else here? Okay, so here's all the goodies. Mostly, actually everything here in that little stand. So first I'll work on the stand here. All right, so here is a Dolly stand he made for working on parts, and it is genius. It's got these machined receivers that you weld on a 1-inch pipe or 1-inch solid rod to whatever dolly you want. It's probably a specific set of dollies you want to use for this. Tighten it down, and it's a dolly out in the open that really has nothing in its way besides this post here, but it's kind of inevitable. And there's also a taller one here with a kick up, and he made one of these receiver ends have a post on it, so you can put it here or on the other side and mount a dolly the other way if you need that. It's just very versatile, really cool stand to have. This is going to be a nice tool for the shop, making panels. So what else? And he also gave in trade his collection of body hammers and 2 shop bags, all on a rolly cart, so I can move it anywhere I need. Shaping station. It's pretty awesome. I don't know how I never had these before. I was just using a rolled up blanket, but you know what? It got the job done. But now I have the real stuff, and it's got literally every type of hammer you can think of. So this is going to be real nice for me to have. He also used to make these hammers, a prototype for a metal shaper that shall not be named. He was the first one to prototype these for him, and I'm pretty sure another brand makes them also. You know, removable lens, real nice for shaping. So this cart is pretty damn awesome, actually. So that's going to be an integral part of the shop now. And then we got this beauty here. What is this, you ask? This is a louver press, and it's kind of tucked up against the wall, and it's kind of heavy, so I'll try to show you the best I can. And there's a set of dies in it now. Actually, the bottom always stays the same, and there's just a couple other sized tops. There's a small one down there, and a big, small one, and a bigger one, and the medium louver is in there now. It's a pretty cool piece. It's pinstriped by Luck of Bolton, Connecticut. I forgot the dude's name who pinstriped this. Luck something, I don't know. Sorry. I'll put it in either the description, or I'll write it here. And also the maker of this louver press, kind of having a brain fart on also. I'll text my buddy, he'll know. So this guy made 2 louver presses. One was electric or hydraulic, I don't remember. And this one's a manual one. This one is actually a trailer. So these boxes right here are actually taillights, and the whole thing attaches to this axle, and it's got that hitch on it. So he would take this to the local swap meets, set it up, and if you wanted something louvered, he'll louver it, but the main thing was just eye candy to get people to your booth to buy stuff. It's a brilliant idea, and I might do it when I get a pickup truck, but I don't have a pickup truck, so it's going to stay here. As you notice, the wheel at the top, 2 wheels at the bottom. It's got this big lever on it. The lever is for louvering probably thick stuff. So yeah, I want to make use of this. It's also, it says Winfield Custom Shop here, and it's signed by Gene Winfield 2018. It's not striped by Gene. It's not painted by Gene. He was just at one of the shows that he was at and signed it. So it's not some kind of Gene Winfield crazy louver press or anything. It's just signed by him, which was pretty cool. I have nothing with Gene Winfield's signature on it, and it's cool to have a louver press with his signature on it. All right, so let's move on. More stuff. You see all the hammers? Hey, I gave you a bunch of hammers, but did he have any dollies? Did he have any dollies? Gave me a whole cabinet full of dollies. So, all different shapes and two-handle dollies, weird sheep's foot dollies, and Martin slapper. That's going to be handy. Corking tools. He also made these corking tools. This one's not powder coated, but the other ones are. Square one, big circle, small circle. There's actually a bunch of them in there, but there's a couple in particular. I think there's some right here. Yeah, so you can put really any shape into it, and cork away. All right, so we got the dolly stand, hammers, bags, all on a cart, louver press, cabinet full of dollies, and the anvil over there, the piece de resistance. It's this water valet planishing hammer. All right, the story with this, me getting all of these tools actually, is I saw a water valet planishing hammer at a swap meet I was with my buddy. The guy wanted $1,500 for it. I told him $1,000. He was kind of weird about it and then said $1,200. I said no. I came back with $1,200. He said no, straight to my face. I didn't understand it. I had the $1,200 he was asking after we kind of negotiated, and then he didn't want to take it. So went and told the story to my buddy and said, I have one. I'll give it to you for $1,000. So I said, deal. Then come to find out, he's got a Model T that needs some work, and he kind of fell out of shaping. So I was at his shop, and I said, well, how about everything, all your shaping stuff? And then he said, hey, how about you do some work on the T, and you can have all my shaping stuff. The deal. And then he just brought it over. So now I have a dedicated planishing hammer on a stand. So I'm going to try to adapt one of my hoops like this to this water valet, and so I have all of my CP lower dies will fit here, because the water valet had a weird kind of nipple that these were all kind of floating here. It's kind of a genius design, but at the same time I have the swivel adapters on mine, so I can run this rigid or swivel. So I'd have the option with this one. I don't think it's far off. We took this off, that's why there's new zip ties on here. I just put those on. The ID of this is, I think, 1.3, and the ID of this is like 1.315. So it's 15 thou smaller than the hoops that I have that fit all my dies. So I think I'm gonna just sand off the end there, give the old Indian sunburn, and take off 15 thou, and I should be able to slip this on, because, and I don't think it'll ruin it for this planishing hammer, because the way this one locks on, it kind of pinches the bottom wall. So there's a tube that goes inside this and then pinches down on the bottom. So it really doesn't utilize the whole tube. With this, it's a clamp here that sandwiches the whole tube. So I think we'll still be good. And if not, I just, you know, this hoop ends up being only for this planishing hammer, which, whatever. I'll just get another one if I need it. It's pretty cool having 2 hammers, and this is a good height. After I've raised this, it got a little too high on me. So this one is a nice height for me, and it's got a cool rolling cast iron stand. I don't remember what it was for. It's a wire stitcher. So it's a pretty cool stand on there. So that's pretty much all I got for this one. Wasn't much work, but there's a lot of cool tools, and I'm excited to start using them at Louver press, especially. Try to make a couple panels and, you know, just mess around with it. It's kind of sad, but I'm finally starting to get friends that actually like care about you, you know, and want to see you succeed instead of just like people just need you for stuff. So I don't know. It's different, but I like it a lot. All right, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed all the new tools. I am going to use the crap out of them. And the progress on the 37 is going smoothly again. So hopefully next week, the blaster will be done blasting stuff. Like, I gave them that random panel a week and a half ago, and they're still not, haven't called me about it. I went there last week, and they weren't done with it. I don't understand. I was like the next one in line when I brought it there, and now I'm like 3 behind. It just makes no sense. Regardless, that should be done, so I should be starting on that again, the rear panel. I'll probably bead the floors, finish the roof. There's a lot of stuff I plan to get done next week, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good one. So hang in there. Catch you on the next video. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, clicking the bell, sharing my videos. I appreciate it all. Still a few t-shirts left on the website, rcgarage.com, so check that out. Support the channel. Appreciate you guys. See you on the next one.